Most drivers make several small mistakes before refueling that seem harmless, but some of them are things you should never do under any circumstances. These normal-looking habits quietly damage fuel system components and sensors long before symptoms appear. In this video, we'll reveal the refueling actions that can kill your engine fast and explain how to avoid them. Understanding these hidden habits is the first step to preventing costly repairs later. Number 1. Never start refueling with the engine running. Most drivers think the risk is only about fire, but the real danger is what happens inside the EVAP system. With the engine running, the purge valve is open and vapors flow through the charcoal canister while the tank constantly adjusts pressure. Adding fresh fuel vapors during this process overloads the system instantly. A soaked charcoal canister can't be cleaned. Once damaged, you'll face rough idle, vapor leak codes, long crank times, fuel trim issues, and a check engine light that won't go away. Never refuel with the engine running. Always turn the car off. Hybrids are even more vulnerable because the engine can restart unexpectedly. Newer vehicles also depend on accurate tank pressure readings for emissions monitoring, and refueling with the engine on can cause false EVAP faults. Some cars record pressure anomalies in the ECU, which later confuse diagnostics and lead to unnecessary repairs. Number 2. Never open the fuel cap immediately after a long drive. After a long drive, the tank is hot and pressure is high. Opening the cap instantly releases that pressure, sending a forceful vapor blast into the EVAP lines. This strains sensors and valves and can trigger slow refueling, pump shutoffs, and recurring EVAP codes. Wait 5 to 10 seconds before opening the cap. In hot climates or with ethanol blends, pressure spikes are even stronger. Plastic tanks expand under heat, increasing internal pressure. If the pressure shock happens repeatedly, the tank pressure sensor can begin sending inconsistent readings, causing long-term drivability issues. Number 3. Never grab the fuel nozzle before discharging. Static doesn't always feel like a shock, but your car's sensors notice it. A small discharge can interfere with vapor flow sensors, seal position sensors, and tank pressure monitors. Some vehicles show temporary fuel system warnings after a static hit. Touch metal on your car before grabbing the nozzle. 1 second eliminates the risk. Static buildup is common in cold weather, dry air, or when sliding out of the seat. High-end vehicles with more advanced EVAP monitoring are even more sensitive to voltage fluctuations. Number 4. Never tap or shake the nozzle before inserting it. Inside every fuel nozzle are tiny particles: rust dust, dried gasoline flakes, rubber debris, and fine sediment. Tapping or shaking the nozzle knocks this loose and drops it straight into your tank. Injectors have microscopic openings. Even a few particles distort the spray pattern and cause misfires. Insert the nozzle gently, no tapping or knocking. Some modern pumps use internal check valves that degrade over time. Their fragments can enter the nozzle and travel to your fuel rail. Repairing clogged direct injection rails is extremely expensive, and prevention is far easier than cleaning. Number 5. Never start pumping while looking at your phone. Phones won't ignite fuel. The danger is distraction. Most expensive pump mistakes happen because someone wasn't paying attention. Wrong fuel type, wrong nozzle, overfilling nozzle, slipping out accidental diesel into gas, misfueling. Focus for the first few seconds. Misfueling can damage pumps, injectors, plugs, and catalytic converters. One distracted moment can turn into thousands in repairs. Modern diesel systems run at extremely high pressure, making them especially vulnerable to contamination. Number 6. Never use the fastest pump setting in a small car. High flow settings are designed for trucks and large tanks. Small filler necks can't handle the pressure. Fast flow creates turbulence and foaming inside the tank. Foam sends bubbles into vapor lines, and splashback forces liquid fuel where only vapor should go. Use slow or medium flow. Some pumps automatically increase pressure during peak hours. On capless systems, excessive flow can contaminate internal sealing flaps and eventually cause slow fill problems where the pump clicks off constantly. Number 7. Never refuel while a tanker truck is filling the station. When a tanker truck refills the underground tanks, the fuel becomes violently stirred, lifting rust, water pockets, sediment, sludge, and fuel varnish. For the next 30 minutes, the fuel is contaminated. This damages filters, pumps, injectors, fuel rails, and catalysts. If you see a tanker truck, don't refuel there. Even if the engine runs fine afterward, contaminated fuel accelerates long-term injector wear. Moisture promotes corrosion, and microbial growth can form sludge that clogs filters for months afterward. Number 8. Never pull the nozzle out too quickly after pumping. After the pump clicks off, fuel remains in the nozzle. If you tilt or twist it, that fuel spills into the filler neck area or into the EVAP vent line. Spilled fuel corrodes components. Fuel in vent lines destroys the charcoal canister. Wait a second. Lift the nozzle straight out. On capless systems, spilled fuel damages sealing flaps, creating persistent EVAP leaks that are difficult to diagnose because they appear intermittently. Number 9. Never over-tighten the fuel cap. Modern caps only need one click. More than that crushes the gasket, causing pressure leaks. Pressure leaks trigger EVAP codes. A damaged cap also disrupts tank pressure readings, causing long crank times and inconsistent fuel trims. One click, nothing more. Some modern systems even run self-tests after you shut the car off. An over-tightened cap can cause those tests to fail and illuminate the check engine light hours after the car is parked. Number 10. Always check for moisture before inserting the nozzle. Moisture around the filler neck can enter the tank. Rain condensation car wash, water snow melt, even small amounts cause stalling, corrosion, injector wear, and poor combustion. Wipe the area quickly. Ethanol absorbs water easily, worsening cold starts and encouraging microbial growth that forms sludge. In wet climates, moisture contamination is one of the most common but overlooked causes of long-term fuel system issues. Final message: small habits prevent big repairs. Engines rarely fail from one huge mistake. They fail from repeated small ones. A static spark, a pressure shock, a few grains of debris, a distracted moment, a splash of fuel in the wrong line. These tiny errors shorten your engine's life far more than most drivers realize. Treat the refueling process with respect. Protect the EVAP system. Protect your injectors. Protect your tank. Because the fastest way to kill an engine is to ignore the tiny details that keep it alive. And once those small problems stack up, the repair costs almost always arrive all at once. A few careful habits today can save you from breakdowns, warning lights, and expensive surprises tomorrow. Small changes in how you refuel can make a bigger difference than most drivers ever expect. Taking control of these habits now means your engine will run cleaner, stronger, and much longer. And the more consistently you follow them, the more reliable your car becomes over its entire lifespan.